Over the last few seasons, Chelsea has been one of the most talked about clubs in English football. Following Todd Boehly's takeover of the club, spending exceeding £1 billion, constantly new additions to the squad, and changing managers led to a complete lack of stability in the team. For the fans, this period has been a roller coaster experience. While Chelsea has sometimes played promising football, the team has generally fallen short of expectations. However, with the arrival of Enzo Maresca last year, the picture began to change. Maresca, who attracted attention by establishing a game system at Leicester City inspired by the Guardiola school, has started to apply the same philosophy at Chelsea, a style of football based on building play from the back, high pass percentages, and creative wingers in attack. The 2025 and 2026 season will be the year this philosophy is tested to see if it bears fruit. The Chelsea management made a huge investment during the summer transfer window and built a squad focused on youth, speed, and creativity. This season could be the year the club returns to the top of the league and regains the trust of its fans. Let's take a deep dive into Chelsea's new transfers. Chelsea's 2025 summer transfer window was one of the clearest examples of the club's vision. Again, a lot of money was spent, but this time the transfers were more planned, system-oriented, and aimed at future investment. João Pedro, who made a huge impact in the Premier League with his performance at Brighton, is seen as a permanent solution to Chelsea's long-standing striker problem. The Brazilian isn't just a clinical goal scorer in the penalty area, he's also a link-up forward who can involve his teammates into play with his back to goal. In Maresca's 4-2-3-1 system, João Pedro will create space for Palmer and the wingers, and when needed, will make runs into the box like a second striker. Chelsea is looking for the complete striker profile they haven't found since Diego Costa and João Pedro. Do you think João Pedro can maintain his brilliant initial performance throughout the entire season? Estevão Willian. Estevão, brought in from Palmeiras for an astronomical fee, is already being called as Brazil's new Neymar. Despite being only 18, he has incredible technical ability, excelling with quick dribbles in tight spaces, high football IQ, and a variety of shots. This transfer is a statement from Chelsea, not just from a sporting perspective, but also from a marketing one. If Estevão, who is being promoted as the new star of Stamford Bridge, can adapt quickly to the Premier League, he could add a different dimension to Chelsea's attacking line. Jamie Bynoe-Gittens. Borussia Dortmund's young winger Bynoe-Gittens could bring a completely different dynamism to Chelsea's winger rotation. The player, who uses his left foot effectively, made a name for himself in the Bundesliga with his ability to beat players one-on-one. Although he is a young player who still has consistency issues, he is a talent who can change the tempo of the game when he has the ball at his feet. His transfer is a move that fits Maresca's game plan, which constantly demands creativity and speed from the wingers. Alejandro Garnacho. Surprisingly transferred from Manchester United, Garnacho has already excited Chelsea supporters. He is known for his aggressive style, high energy levels, and potential to perform in big matches. Garnacho's arrival has both intensified Chelsea's rivalry within the Premier League and added serious quality to the winger rotation. On top of that, a character like Garnacho is sure to be quickly embraced by the fans at Stamford Bridge. His greatest strength on the pitch is his lack of stage fright, making him a big game player, as the fans say. Liam Delap. Coming through Manchester City's academy, Liam Delap has a typical English centre-forward profile, with his physical strength and dominance in aerial balls. He has not yet fully proven himself at the Premier League level, but this transfer is a long-term move for Chelsea. Although Delap will be used as a rotation player, he is an alternative who can create an extra threat in the penalty area, especially against teams that sit back. He can also provide tactical variety by offering a different forward profile when João Pedro isn't on the pitch. Jorrel Hato. The young centre-back brought in from Ajax is seen as a player Chelsea can entrust with the center of their defense for many years to come. The fact that he is left-footed is very valuable for Maresca's game plan of building play from the back with passes. Despite being only 19, his leadership qualities and calm playing style will add a new dimension to the Chelsea defense. Together with Colwill, he has the potential to form one of England's and Europe's most solid left center-back partnerships in the future. This summer, Chelsea didn't just make expensive transfers, they also invested in players who will shape the future of the squad. While João Pedro addresses the shortage up front, wingers like Estevão, Garnacho, and Bynoe-Gittens will add both pace and creativity to attack. While Hato adds a solid foundation for the future to the defense, Delap will offer a different striker option. Although the budget spent was once again huge, this time the players brought in are actually serving a plan. Let's take a closer look at the new Chelsea starting 11 that will be formed with these transfers. Robert Sanchez, who at times struggled to gain trust last season, is the most crucial player in the Chelsea goal this year. He stands out with his 197 centimeters height, his dominance of aerial balls, and his reflexes. However, he falls behind the Premier League's elite goalkeepers in using his feet. Maresca's expectation for the goalkeeper to contribute to build-up play will be the biggest test for Sanchez. With the defense line getting younger, stability and leadership are expected from him in goal. Malo Gusto, who stepped up during Reece James's injury struggles, is the undisputed owner of the right-back position this season. The 20-year-old Frenchman's speed, direct runs, and constant support for the attack will make him the engine of Chelsea's right wing. Although he can make positional errors defensively at times, he manages to cover these errors with his energy and relentless pace. His runs and crossing quality will be critical for João Pedro's productivity. Trevoh Chalobah. A product of the Chelsea Academy, Chalobah stayed with the team despite transfer rumors last season and stood out with his consistency. He's one of the reassuring parts of the defense with his strong physique, aggressive defensive understanding against opposing strikers, and commitment to game discipline. Also standing out with his leadership qualities, Chalobah will provide balance in Maresca's defensive setup. This season will be an opportunity for him to fully establish his identity as Chelsea's irreplaceable center-back. Colwill, one of Chelsea's biggest hopes, plays a role not only in defense but also in attack as a left center-back. Colwill can make a difference with his passing quality and building play from the back and quickly carry the team to the opponent's half with his vertical passes. While he is a confident player in aerial balls, he can sometimes have concentration issues. However, this season, Colwill will be one of the key players in Maresca's system in the ball-playing center-back role, and his performance could be a significant step towards becoming one of England's most elite center-backs. Marc Cucurella. The Barcelona-origin Spanish left-back, although he couldn't find consistency in his Chelsea career, stands out with his aggressive playing style. Cucurella, who has a profile that prefers using the inside corridor instead of getting to the byline in attack, can support Estevão's wing play with this trait. However, being sometimes unbalanced defensively and prone to receiving cards is a risk factor for Chelsea. Despite this, his tempo and fighting spirit will be a significant advantage, especially in Maresca's intense pressing system. Enzo Fernández. The Argentinian midfielder Chelsea bought for €120 million is now the team's brain. With his vision, passing quality, and desire to play vertically, he is the starting point of Chelsea's attacks. Enzo, who will take on the regista role in Maresca's game system, will be the player who picks up the ball from defense and carries it to attack. While he sometimes loses the ball by taking on too much responsibility, Chelsea's game doesn't work without his presence. This season, the midfield is expected to dominate the game under Enzo's leadership. Moises Caicedo. Transferred from Brighton for an astronomical fee, Caicedo, although he experienced an adaptation process last season, is now Chelsea's defensive engine. With his ball-winning ability, energy, and capacity to cover large spaces, Caicedo is the team's insurance, and his presence gives Enzo more freedom to push forward. This season, Caicedo's consistency could determine Chelsea's fate in the title race. If he can maintain his form, he will become one of the best defensive midfielders in the Premier League. Estevão Willian. Estevão, who Chelsea added to their squad in the summer transfer window, is known in the football world by the nickname Messinho. Despite being only 18 years old, Estevão has incredible pace, ball control, and the ability to beat players one-on-one. And with his playing style reminds one of Neymar and Robinho's youth. The biggest question mark for him is how quickly he will adapt to the physical tempo of the Premier League. If he can manage it, he could be Chelsea's most dangerous weapon in attack. There's no doubt that Estevão will be the biggest source of excitement for the Stamford Bridge stands this season. Cole Palmer. Palmer, who was undoubtedly Chelsea's best player last season, carried the team's attacking burden for a long time, with both assist and goal contributions after leaving City and coming to Chelsea. In Maresca's system, Palmer will have a free role as a number 10. He can move wide like a false winger and also make runs into the box to pose a goal threat. His football intelligence and composure make him the leader of this young squad. He is sure to be the most important player in Chelsea's score production throughout the season. Pedro Neto, who has stood out as one of the most explosive wingers in the Premier League with Wolves, will add tempo and creativity to Chelsea's attack. His speed, dribbling ability, and effectiveness in open spaces can make a difference, especially in transition attacks. However, his history of injuries is the biggest question mark. If he can stay healthy, the Neto-Palmer-Estevão trio could form one of the league's most productive attacking lines. João Pedro, the Brazilian striker who attracted attention with his performance at Brighton, will be Chelsea's new center forward. What makes him different is that he's not just a goal scorer but also plays the link-up game very well. Pedro, who likes to receive the ball outside the penalty area, can drift wide and create space for teammates. This quality will allow Palmer and Estevão to get into the attack more easily. Although his finishing may not be top tier, his contribution to the team play makes him a valuable asset for Chelsea. His performance this season will directly determine Chelsea's attacking productivity. Chelsea has once again made sensational moves in the summer transfer window. Millions of euros were spent on a wonder kid like Estevão, and serious money was spent on Gittens and João Pedro. Again, a jaw-dropping budget was used, but this time within a plan. The fans' patience has run out. Stamford Bridge is hungry for success again. This season will show whether youth and talent can combine, and whether Chelsea can return to the top of the Premier League. The 2025 and 2026 season for Chelsea will either be the beginning of a new golden era or end in disappointment once again. So, what do you think? Can Chelsea win the championship with their new squad this year? Will the young players be able to show their potential on the pitch this season? Leave your comments below, and if you liked this analysis video, don't forget to like and subscribe.